Hi guys, thought I'll do a review of the BenQ W1070 projector. This is currently ceiling mounted. Any good ceiling mount will work. This currently has three pins on the mount, and it takes a 3-footed mount. There's 3 slots for it. Some of the other models and other brands will have 4, but it all depends on doing some research to see what type of projector you eventually get. Now, it comes with all the typical outputs and inputs. One thing to note, you do want more than one HDMI output, just in case. Or if you're a bit tech savvy, just have one HDMI cable running out and then hook it up to an HDMI splitter. In this case, I've just got one, just running to a PS3. Obviously, in future, I'll think about changing that and adding another. So it's quite minimal. You just have an HDMI, power, and audio output. Nothing more. Just try to keep your cables as tidy as possible. The design is pretty slimline and classy. There's nothing bulky and odd about it up there. You know, if I stand away from it, you can see it's pretty neat. It's tiny. It's not like a massive classroom projector. It comes with a lens cover, which I sometimes forget to put on. It's not too important. We don't put it on, provided your room or the area that you got it mounted on is not too dusty. If it is, then yeah, I suggest keeping your cover on. It's got a few controls on the panel. This is upside down, so of course the ceiling mount, you need to keep it upside down. I generally don't use those because I just use a remote. So this BenQ W1070 is it's full HD and 3D ready, and the good thing is it's powered by an NVIDIA accelerated graphics card, so you know the quality is gonna be pretty top notch. The remote is pretty good. The best thing about this remote is it's got a light function on the top right hand side. So if you're in the dark, you just press the light to sort of give you an idea of what button is what, just so you don't go and turn it off while looking for buttons in the dark. And that's pretty cool, I think. So I've got it about, I would say, 4 meters away from the wall that I want the projection sitting on. It's just a matter of measuring and getting the right measurements. BenQ has really good online calculator that you can do this, or most projection brands have a good calculator online. Overall, it's pretty sturdy on there. It won't move, provided you actually use the right counters and measurements to keep your projector on the ceiling. You don't want it too low, people pulling it off, people knocking their heads into it. You want it at a good distance, but at the same time be able to reach it, and of course, you know, add the lens cover if you need to. A few other features on here. Your focus is on the front, as well as you've also got a tilt up and down. This goes about 15-20 degrees up and down, so this is also pretty handy. So currently I'll give you an idea on lighting of the room, because a lot of people ask, well, you know, for a projector you need a dark room, dark ceilings, dark curtains, everything should be dark. Not necessarily. As you can see, I've got 3 large windows, and a large sliding door with a few more windows, and this lets in a lot of light. The large pool table in the middle. Okay, So I'll turn on the equipment. So just one power button, remote lights up. Here we go. That's the beep for green, good to go. Let's turn on the audio. Turn on the PS3. Okay. And I'll just lay you down so I can go over and draw the curtains. So as you can see, I haven't touched the curtains yet. I haven't touched lighting. It's pretty clear. It's pretty lit up. You've even got sun reflection on the wall where the projection sits, and it's really, really good. Look at it. The color is really, really good. It's really vibrant already. But you'll be really impressed when I dim it down a bit. Here you go. Here we go. So this size that I've got it up to is about 115 odd inch. I just gotta get some measurements on that. That's the size of the door. I'll just put a light on here to give you guys an idea of the size of this. I'll put the lights on in the room as well. So backlighting, I've removed the front lights because you don't need light in front of your projection. Backlighting behind the projector, and well, it just, there's no glare. I think the other good thing on my side here is the fact that the paint on this wall is not glossy. It's pretty matte, creamish white. It's not an off-gray, it's like a creamish white. So color just absorbs into it. And even if you have the backlighting on, it doesn't exactly reflect off anything. As you can see, well, except for the fact that it shines on the wall, but doesn't reflect off where the projection sits. Okay, so let's go ahead and review something. Let's go ahead and look at a video in action. Let's go over to YouTube. Currently this is hooked up to the PS3. So just an old Sony audio unit and a PS3 for now. Nothing too special. The PS3 plays movies directly off my home media server using PS3 media server. Of course, this is hooked up with Ethernet, so you're able to stream HD movies and HD content off the web. One thing you'd have noticed is I powered it up under a minute, a good couple seconds, and it was available. Older projectors that I've seen usually take a minute to warm up, the lamp needs to warm up, and thereafter it starts to play. This is under a minute. It's seamless, really. It's really user-friendly. In fact, it's more than anything, it's Wi-Fi-friendly, because it's obviously past the Wi-Fi acceptance factor, WAF. So we'll just go through and get a video that I can play for you guys. Let's look at something 4K. Do note that this projector is not 4K. Neither does it upscale 4K, but the clarity of 4K is pretty good. So I think the video is really good to see, you know, the color on this. I'll turn off the backlights because I don't need it on since such a sunny day. So you notice I do have some streaks of light coming through the blinds, but after a while you don't even notice. You know, there's a lot of light coming through these windows. It's a pretty sunny afternoon, but you won't notice it because it looks like you got a screen embedded into the wall in front of you. The unit is pretty quiet. In fact, I can't even hear it. And there's not much light coming out of it. There's no heat. Overall, you don't really realize it's there because you're so attentive on the attention span is on the screen in front of you. Of course, this can go bigger. I do have a pool table in the middle, so I'm not too worried because I've got it at 115 inch. It's sitting high enough away from the pool table, so when we sit down, we're not exactly, you know, nothing gets covered up. I've got the speakers situated on either side of where the projection sits, so it looks like it looks like the screen in the middle. Overall, I'm really happy with the setup. It took me a while to get the measurements, to get the right projection size, to get the cabling all set up, but eventually got there. I do give, I mean, there's a lot of models out there, and if you look it up, if whoever's looking for projectors, I would advise that you do go and do some research on ones that you want, ones that suit you. Find out, try and understand what you exactly want a projector for before going out and purchasing it. This model in particular, I got it off Amazon. It's about $700 US. There's many projectors out there. You know, if you look at 2015 models, this is one of the top 10. I think it is Sony that's sitting at number 1. However, that comes at a price. But you know, for $700 odd US and the output and the clarity and the quality of this, it's good bang for your buck. So I'm really happy with it. So hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a review of the BenQ W1070 projector. Thanks.